Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Friday, the 21st of January, comes to you from Fuerteventura. I'm still here with COVID. And we start by looking at the dollar index. It's been trending higher the last few days, so bullish on all three time frames. Just still has a little bit of work to do to come out of the cloud, but that looks inevitable now. And we're seeing that the euro is already well below the clouds. So euro is weaker, dollar stronger long term. And this should be the year of the dollar. Not looking good for the euro. Sterling sitting at 136 against the dollar, still looking like it might just hit some resistance there on the cloud. And we are just shorter term bearish, activating a new downside target. So not a foregone conclusion that we're breaking into higher territory against that stronger dollar. Against the euro, we're sitting at 120. Looking pretty strong there this morning. We have fallen away a bit, but interestingly, we are breaking to those new highs all the time. Taking a look at Bitcoin, we've fallen through the $40,000 mark, so that's actually really significant for the crypto. Will we find support here, or are we going much lower? That's going to be the real test for Bitcoin. And looking at the stock market, the S&P 500 index, is down 1%, so really significant to see that move there. We have broken the 4,500 level, and we are right on cloud support at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see whether we can hold that. Certainly, we're starting to see signs that the equity run that we've seen over the last nearly 2 years is just starting to crack. And of course, we don't have any short-term downside targets, but we are now bearish on that short term, waiting for this to generate a new downside target. So that will be quite key. Futures are down this morning. In fact, the Nasdaq was lower yesterday as well, of course, making new lows, and we are below the cloud there. So it is significant. We are seeing ourselves further 1.3% to go there, and a 6% downside target as well. And if we look at the Nasdaq future, we're down 0.5%. So it does suggest that the market will open lower today, and the VIX volatility is up by 2%. So the fear index is becoming fearful. We're seeing the FTSE future down 0.75%, and the DAX in Germany, the cash market, down 1.4%. We're starting to see Russia fears Ukraine starting to weigh on markets, and that's certainly certainly showing up in Europe with the German DAX down 1.4%. The Japanese market was down 0.2%. The Hong Kong market was actually just flat, but the Shanghai market down 1%, and the Aussie market, quite a big sell-off there, down 2.3%. So really just breaking to multi-month lows. So we are seeing money being taken off the table. We'll look at the energy mix in a minute. Looking at wheat, we're down 1% there. Gold holding 1834, so looking relatively strong. And it's in bullish territory really on all three time frames. So we are just seeing that strength coming back. Of course, gold tending to be a good bellwether in times of uncertainty. 10-year yields in the US just pulling back. So we are, of course, medium and long-term bullish, but short-term, we're just coming back into the cloud. Looking at the energy mix now, we've got Brent crude down 2% this morning, so that's a real sell-off. We were below the clouds. We did warn about that this morning. And WTI off 2% as well. So just this recent run, just seeing a pullback. But the fact is we did make a new high, and the targets are there. Coal back below the 130 level. Emissions looked stronger this morning, but they're pulled back. And now we've got new downside targets. You've got to watch these 1-minute targets, especially in times of uncertainty. The gas mix, we were neutral on this morning. We're up slightly on TTF, up nearly 2%. On MVP, we're also higher, but really just testing the floor at the moment. And it looks like we're going to hold this floor, but keep an eye on those targets. And German power, we were bullish this morning on power. We've got new upside targets, multiple upside targets there, and we are running back through the cloud. So it looks like power markets will have a turnaround. That's it for today. Have a great weekend. Hopefully back in London on Monday. Until then, happy charting. Bye for now.